You are listening to 88.3 WHCM, a broadcast station of the Harper College Board of Trustees, and welcome to the Sheesh. I'm your host, Tavi Papazian, and with me today we have...
It's me again, Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan, and we also have, it's just you, Dylan. Yeah, I forgot to tell you, they kind of cut our budget after the pilot last week. They cut our budget from 0 to 0.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Whatever. We're the dynamic duo right here. Tavid and Dylan, together till the end. All right, but to get things started off, let's start off with some game releases this week. First off, we have Call of Cthulhu coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One coming on October 30th. Neon Town coming to PC on October 30th, and Risk for the Nintendo Switch on October 30th, Gal Metal for the Switch on October 30th, Trivial Pursuit Live for the Switch on October 30th, Hasbro Game Night for the Nintendo Switch on October 30th, which I might get that just for family board game night, Mutant Football League Dynasty Edition for the PS4, Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch on October 30th, Sports Play for the Nintendo Switch on October 30th, Lego Harry Potter Collection, Avada Kedavra and all that stuff for the Xbox One and the Nintendo Switch on October 30th, the Fallout 76 beta for PC and PS4 on October 30th, and on Halloween on October 31st we have Phantom Halls, the official launch on PC.
And then we also got Super Pixel Racers for PS4 and Xbox One, Orphan for PC, Aberration on PC. It's a Steam Early Access game. And then on November 1st, you got The Quiet Man for PC and PS4. On November 2nd, you got Taiko no Tatsujin Drum Session for PS4. And then Drum and Fun for Switch. And then you got Diablo 3, Crayola Scoot for PS4, PC, Xbox One, and Switch. Oh yeah, Diablo 3, sorry, was for Switch. And then you got Football Manager 2019 on PC.
All right, so that is a ton of games coming in the next 7 days.
That is.
Yeah, I did not know that many games could come out in one day, especially on October 30th. Jesus Christ, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games on October 30th. So open up your wallets there, fellas. But starting with the news for this week, Rockstar is back in the news. They are officially changing their overtime policies. Many employees at their London branch felt that overtime was completely mandatory instead of it being optional, according to many interviews. So yeah, a lot of employees at Rockstar Lincoln. They were in crunch for over a year in anticipation for Red Dead Redemption 2, working with 60 hours with a 6-day work week in anticipation for the game, and to try to combat all the controversy that they're going through. Rockstar ended up putting up an entire thank you site to all the employees who ended up working on the game. So 60 hours a week. That's quite a bit.
At least they said thank you.
Yeah, at least they said thank you. So all is forgiven. And now we finally have Red Dead Redemption 2.
We do.
And Dylan, I don't know about you, but I kind of just want to get through this game so I can continue playing that, because I know that game is going to just end up consuming my entire life for the next few weeks or months.
Yeah, we'll wrap this up in a little bit so we can just go play.
Yeah, and then especially once Red Dead Online comes out. But you're on PS4, and I miss you.
Oh, well, get a PS4.
but I like the Xbox ecosystem.
But I like the PS4 ecosystem.
But fortunately, luckily for us, we probably will not have to wait too long, because Media Market listed the PC release for Red Dead Redemption 2 on December 31st, 2019. They did release this as a December 31st is a very placeholder release date for many games that they haven't officially given a release date for. But the fact that somebody actually went out and put a PC version on market saying this is a PC version that's going to be released has gotten a lot more people excited for a PC release, getting them to actually think that one is coming out. So hopefully we'll be able to play together on PC in a year.
That's been a long
Maybe.
time. Who knows what I'll be playing by then?
I mean, I'll definitely still be playing Red Dead.
No, probably.
Yeah, I mean, the story mode alone is apparently over 40 hours.
Yeah, I've been playing all weekend and I'm only like 40% done.
Yeah, I'm jealous that you have as much time as you do.
Yeah. No
But
friends.
yay, no social life. Uh,
Yay.
but again, continuing with Rockstar and Red Dead Redemption 2, Ubisoft responded to the controversy that Rockstar is going through for the crunch time and the rumored 100 work hours a week by saying that they didn't really need to release or crunch to release Assassin's Creed Odyssey earlier this month. And that's kind of like a little low blow that Ubisoft is giving Rockstar right there. They're just kind of being like, "Hey, we didn't need to do that. We know how to use our employees to get them to do the work within the time that they need."
Yeah, they're pretty good at releasing huge games in like a year.
Yeah, but fortunately, Ubisoft, because a lot of people are suspicious that they're gonna try to do Assassin's Creed as an annual series again after they took a break. But Ubisoft said this is not an annual release schedule. This is strictly just we're only releasing Odyssey and what was the previous one? Origins?
Yeah, Origins.
Yeah, they said that these two games are releasing one year after another strictly because they were developed at the same time.
Yeah, they seem pretty similar. I haven't played Odyssey yet, but by the looks of it, it kind of seems just like a cooler version of Origins or like an extension almost. I don't know.
Yeah, and in fact, I believe Odyssey was actually started development prior to Origins. I keep trying to say Unity, but I know that's not the one. And they tweaked some things based on the reception that Origins got. So they tried to tweak the systems, make it a bit more friendly. However, Ubisoft themselves are also getting a bit of criticism for the grind that you need for the game in order to try to like level up to get to where you need to be. I also have not played this game either myself. I've kind of just been looking forward to Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but that's kind of how it was in Origins. You have to do so many like side missions just to be a high enough level to take people out. You know what I mean? Like you go into like the main story mission, and you'd be like to assassinate somebody. Let's say you're level 30, and it'd be like, oh, you have to be level 33 or something, and it would take forever to get there just because you have to go far and do a bunch of missions just to get to that level, and then you can come back and then kill them. You know?
yeah, but apparently it's like a lot more drastic in this new one. But yeah. So Red Dead 2, Rockstar has been getting a lot of flack, but they've also been getting a lot of praise. Breaking a record for this generation of software and games, they are officially the highest rated game on Metacritic with a 98%, beating out Breath of the Wild from earlier this generation from a 97%. So they have broken a record already. And Rockstar Games just loves just breaking all these records constantly. GTA 5 broke 5 world records in its first 24 hours of release. Yeah, and especially in its first weekend, I think they broke like 7-8 records, and I think they've just been breaking more and more as they continue.
Yep, that's Rockstar. They make good games.
Yeah, they do. And especially with this one being the first like real one that they brought all their studios together to create this one massive masterpiece of a game. They're just like, here
It's
you go.
fantastic.
Yeah, from the very little that I've been able to play, it's just astounding.
So good.
Yeah. So before we continue, I just want to let everyone know here that the new tutoring center is open and ready for help with all of your academic needs. Located in Building F, room F110, the tutoring center has tutors for all subjects and they're ready to answer all of your questions. Stop on by or call 847-925-6539. Once again, that number is 847-925-6539. All right, continuing on with the news, companies are being more concerned with the low physical sales of their games. Games such as Soul Calibur 6, Black Ops 4, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey have all shown a decrease in physical sales. However, that does not mean that they are actually decreasing game sales themselves. They are more just actual physical content like discs and boxes. Software sales has actually been increasing, and I personally expect that to continue in that trend with the Xbox One and everything, Xbox One, PS4, all allowing straight downloads directly to the hardware, and even when you buy a physical copy. PlayStation 4 does that as well, right?
Well, like when it's offline.
When you buy a physical copy of a game, it still downloads like the majority of the game still.
I don't remember. I don't buy physical games anymore.
And that's probably why. I don't think any of
Yeah.
us really buy
I don't
physical
even
games. Most of my games nowadays are bought on Steam, and it's just like, just gonna download it right here.
The only physical games I buy are for the Switch.
Yeah, I still buy physical games for the Switch just because I love that little novelty of the cartridge, and it's like,
It's so I love it.
all right, and we have a new Tetris World Champion. Yes, Tetris is actually still being played, and there's a World Championship about it. Jonas Neubauer lost to 16-year-old Joseph Saley this past week, making Joseph Saley the brand new Tetris World Champion, and Saley ended up winning $1,000 for the new World Championship. Not very much a lot in terms of professional esports and professional gaming, but at the same time, they're playing like what, a 40-year-old game now, and people are still winning $1,000 to play Tetris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, Tetris is very addicting and very fun, and it was, I think, the first video game to actually go into space and be played.
Imagine like the 50-year-olds who used to play it. They're like, hey mom, the video games did pay off. Oh wait, you're dead.
Wow, that was dark. You took that into a really dark turn.
Well, no. Digital.
Yeah. All right, so Black.
All right, let's go on.
Let's continue. Black Ops 4 has actually also gotten into a bit of hot water with plenty of server issues that they've been going through. From the beta, people were experiencing 60 hertz connection to their servers, and from the beta to the final launch, they're getting about a fraction of what they got, down to 20 hertz. Fortunately, was it Activision who created this one? Activision or Treyarch?
I believe Treyarch makes the Black Ops games, and I think this one was Treyarch as well. Should have been. It's Black Ops.
Yeah, so Treyarch ended up pushing out an update for Black Ops 4 this past week to increase and solve some of their server issues, raising it up from 20 hertz to 30. Not as much as what they found in the original beta, and a lot of people are feeling very cheaped out about this, saying that the beta is the beta is very much used as like a marketing tool at this point, as like a beta to try to like sell people the game, showing them this is how the final game is going to be, or very much how it's going to be, launch it, and this is what you're going to experience. So when they got that, so during the beta when they had that high hertz rate, and they were able to get a lot faster stable connection, people were getting very mad when the final release didn't reflect that.
Yeah, I've been getting kicked from zombies games.
Yeah, so you've been experiencing this?
Yeah, it's just like, oh, lost connection. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, they've been having plenty of server issues, but luckily they're trying to mitigate it as much as possible right now. They're trying to do what they can. I mean, I'm sure like the beta was not nearly as large as the final game in terms of how many people were there. But still, like, plenty of games have had betas and they've been successfully launched with the same servers and the connection issues that they were able to avoid. So it's excusable, but at the same time it's not. It's like, you should know how many people play Call of Duty. You've been making these games for what, 2 decades now? It's been like nearly 20 years. You guys aren't able to optimize your servers to give people the optimal rate that they need to in order to play their game.
Yeah, sucks. Sorry guys, I'm playing Red Dead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And if any of you just want to tune out and just go home, play Red Dead, the rest of this news is just, it's mediocre at this point.
Let's wrap it up. Let's go play Red Dead. All right, next.
All right. But speaking of Black Ops 4, a Battlefield 5 developer, Florian Labian, I'm terribly...
Labahan. I don't know.
Labahan or something. I'm terribly sorry if he somehow is listening to this from Sweden or wherever DICE is located. He ended up getting banned from Battlefield 4 servers for literally just being too good. He ended up going on Twitter and messaging Treyarch or whatever and saying like, here are videos of me just absolutely murdering all these people in the game, just absolutely taking them down, and they're pretty impressive. Like, he's constantly just going around headshotting people, one shots, doing 180s, and honestly, if you go on Twitter and look him up, he's astounding to just watch. If he made a YouTube channel, I would honestly subscribe to it because he's just a beast.
Does he stream?
No, he wasn't streaming. He just like, I think he was recording on Xbox or PS4.
Just clips.
Yeah, he just did clips and he just uploaded them to Twitter saying, here's a video of me just absolutely owning and like obliterating all these people in a fair way. Please unban me. But he did end up going back on Twitter and acknowledging that like it's probably not Treyarch themselves who went in and banned him. It's because he is obviously a dev for Battlefield 5, and he acknowledges that like probably that many headshots in that quick succession and that many kills racked up that quickly kind of raised some flag in their automatic systems and banned him. So he knows full on that like, yeah, it's probably not Treyarch. It's probably just like their system that they have in place, and I'm just too good that the system is just like, this guy needs to be taken out. Like he's clearly not doing something right.
Oh, he sent it to DICE or Tag DICE or whatever?
No, he's a DICE employee. He works for DICE developing Battlefield 5, and he's playing Black Ops 4. And it's just here's videos of me just absolutely murdering everyone. And he's just like, I understand that like why it happened, but can you please just like fix it and like make sure that I can still play your game? He did end up giving the game plenty of praise, saying that he loved the game and he loves playing it with his friends, which from someone who's creating a direct competitor to
Yeah.
it in Battlefield 5. Just him coming out and saying, "Yeah, I love this game and I want to keep playing. Like, you guys made a solid game here." It's just it's kind of like heartwarming knowing that all these developers are kind of being like buddy buddy with each other and being like, "Yeah, I like what you made. Now let's see what I make." It's like, let's
No, I
see.
like that. I like that that instead of doing like nasty call outs and stuff, he's praising another game.
Yeah, it is a very heartwarming story, but it's also very funny. It's just like at the same time, it's like you kind of want to look at it and be like, man, these guys really don't want these guys really don't want their rivals to play their game, and they're just banning them or something. I mean, I almost guarantee like that's not at all what's happening, and it's just like it is very much the automated system. It's just like too many headshots and too many kills in this quickly, all that, and they just kind of like flagged them and kicked them. But he's like, this is fun. This is awesome. He took it in stride. But continuing on Battlefield and EA, because EA doesn't EA own Dice now,
Um,
or
I
have they?
believe so.
Yeah, I think Dice is now, it has been an EA property.
I don't know if they bought it or went together. I'm pretty sure EA bought Dice, but maybe because
Yeah,
um,
I'm pretty sure EA owns Dice, but
'cause if you read it places, it says EA Dice.
yeah. But speaking of Battlefield 5 and its developers, Battlefield is getting quite a bit of flack for they put on their website a roadmap of what they want to release as the game continues on from release, and all the DLC and everything that's updating. A lot of things that many people were expecting to launch with the game are actually coming out weeks or months later, like their heavily mixed boo and yay reaction from E3 of the Battle Royale mode that they're putting in Battlefield 5.
Yep.
Yeah, did you watch the EA premiere for Battlefield 5, right, at E3?
Yep.
I just I just love that reaction. It's like they're saying, "Oh, we're putting something that you've been asking for, Battle Royale." And there's just a massive boo from the crowd
'Cause
as
nobody
those.
wants to play that. It's Battlefield, you know.
Yeah, true. But people are complaining that the game's going to be releasing incomplete. They're just trying to siphon more time out of people and more money.
I think it
And
would be cool though to play that because of how amazing Battlefield looks. You know what I mean?
it would
Like
be
to have that like realistic of a scene like scenery in front of you as you're playing.
true. I mean, I doubt that it's going to be anything groundbreaking, but I mean, Black Ops 4 is doing a great thing with their battle royale, and people are enjoying that extremely. And I did not expect that battle royale to go anywhere at
I
all.
honestly didn't think it was gonna be that great, but it's fun. I don't like play it a lot just because I'm more of a zombies guy. I don't know. When it comes to Call of Duty, that's just what I play.
I'm honestly
But I have
debating whether to buy it on PC just for the battle royale, because I mean, you know me, I'm not a huge battle royale guy, but that one looks interesting.
it looks it's fun. It just the fact that they put other maps in the one big map, it's cool. And it's like things from their previous games. It's neat. It's different.
Yeah. But before we continue, I just want to let everyone know that you can take WHCM with you anywhere you go. Download the iHeartRadio app on any device and keep up with our DJs, show scheduling. It has all the amenities you need while listening to college radio. You can listen to the Sheesh on your phone while you're way out of our broadcast station's range and keep up with our gaming news and our personalities that we have, like me and Dylan here. Ain't that right, Dylan?
Yeah.
Man, that's one heck of a personality you got there. But continuing on with EA, very sad news for EA. Jade Raymond is leaving EA's Motive Studios. She's been a huge pusher in their studios. She was the lead campaign producer on Battlefront 2's story mode. And before she started working with EA, she was a former producer on Assassin's Creed 1 and 2, Watch Dogs, and Splinter Cell Blacklist. She's being replaced by Samantha Ryan, who currently also runs EA's mobile, Maxis, and BioWare studios. EA has released a statement wishing her the best of luck on her future endeavors, hoping that she continues on making fantastic games like she has. Because, frankly, although I was a bit disappointed, I did actually kind of enjoy the Battlefront 2's story mode.
No, it wasn't like anything to rave about, but it was really fun to play.
It just, because I haven't played the story mode, because I know they've added stuff since the game's been out. They've continued the story mode quite a bit. I haven't played it since its initial release. I felt that it was very short and very cliche in terms of Star Wars plots.
Yeah, I actually just watched all the Star Wars again this past week.
Did you really?
Yeah. Before Red Dead came out, I stopped playing Call of Duty for a few days, and that's just what I was doing.
Wait,
busy.
So in anticipation for Red Dead Redemption, Western, you started watching a space opera.
Shut up! No, that's not what the thing was. No, because I got the YouTube TV trial, and because I was like, it popped up, and I was like, you know what? I ignore this every time it comes up. I'll do it. And then I was going like through the recommended stuff, and it came up, and I was like, oh yeah, all right, I'm gonna watch Star Wars again. So I was watching Star Wars from like 9 at night to like 4 in the morning for the past few days before Red Dead came out.
All right, yeah, that, not gonna lie, that actually sounds like an awesome plan.
It was great. I loved it. I love Star Wars.
I just wish that they would. I just wish that they would release the unedited versions, like the original theater releases that they had.
Yeah, you're right.
Without all the CG effects that they had.
Yeah, the damn rock.
Yeah, I wanted to tell the story, and now that the technology allows it, I could puts a rock in front of R2-D2.
He can't get in with that rock there.
He can't.
It doesn't make any sense.
Why is that rock there?
And then the sound that Obi-Wan makes.
Oh yeah,
oh my god,
they made it the most ridiculous sound. Like, at first it sounded like something that like a human could possibly make as like a threatening noise, and now they just like synthesized it, fading it in and out with like weird animal sounds, and it's like,
yeah, they made him sound like an alien.
They did, and it's like, how did he make that? How could a human possibly make that? It's ridiculous.
Thanks, George Lucas.
Yeah, you're finally telling the story that you wanted to tell since the beginning, but the technology wouldn't allow it. So you put a rock in front of R2-D2 and made Obi-Wan make an alien noise.
And the stupid animals. Oh my god, and they look so bad. Like, if you're gonna do it then, at least redo it now to make it look good.
Yeah, they could probably redo those scenes now, or Han Solo stepping on. Wow. Why I was about to say Jar Jar Binks, but no, it's Jabba the Hutt's tail. But like Han Solo like stupid. Fully lifts up like he's levitating.
Yeah.
Or that neck move.
Yeah. No, when I was watching it, I slowed it down to quarter speed to watch it back, and I was like,
you and I did the exact same thing. We were recording it on Snapchat, and we slow motioned it, and we saw that head tilt.
Not even that. I was doing it as I was watching it the other day. I just watched it back like 5 times. Like, this just looks so stupid.
It looks terrible.
It does. It really does.
Oh god. But hey, before we continue, I just want to remind everyone that you are listening to 88.3 FM WHCM, a broadcast station of the Harper College Board of Trustees. Continuing on with our news today, Oculus Rift has the co-founder of Oculus Rift, Brendan Arabe, has left the company after the cancellation of the Rift 2, or the alleged cancellation of the Rift 2, their next generation headset hardware that they've been working on. Uh, he's said that he's extremely proud of the work that he's been able to do with the Rift and the Oculus Touch controllers. The fact that they brought VR into the modern world and actually made it something that people can afford and buy and use in their daily work or lives for gaming and media. Personally, I currently have an HTC Vive instead of an Oculus, but I'll fully recognize that Oculus was there first, and they've been there. They were the ones who kind of pushed for VR to be put into the homes, and it is sad to see that one of their leading men has kind of left the company, especially after being there from the beginning.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Yeah, but Facebook, Oculus owner Facebook, because Facebook owned Oculus after I think about 2 years ago. I think they bought them out. Facebook claims that they are still planning on developing a new system and new hardware. It's unclear yet whether this is the Rift 2 that Brendan was working on, or if they're completely scrapping his idea and working with something completely new. However, they are still saying that they are working on the next generation of headsets and hardware. So for anyone looking out for Oculus Rift and don't necessarily want to buy the new HTC Vive Pro, which I get it because the headset alone is $800.
Yeah, that's just nuts.
It is. And to be honest, while I was looking to buy my HTC Vive, I was looking at that one. I'm like, should I save a bit more and get that? But I found it wasn't worth it. But hopefully Oculus will be able to keep competitive with their low prices, because they have constantly been lower than Vive. That's been something that they've been able to dominate the market with their low price, with their availability, and their improved controllers that they currently have with the touch controllers. Because, I mean, holding the HTC Vive wand, which I currently have in my hand right here, it feels good. But when I compare it to the Oculus Touch controllers, have you tried the Oculus controllers yet, or have you been able to use it?
A little while ago at I think it was the Microsoft store, I believe, for a short amount of time. But yeah, a little bit.
To me, the Oculus ones do feel a bit more natural, and I think you can almost like completely let go of them, and they'll still stay there.
I think it's like PS4 controller versus Xbox controller. Like some people are different. Like you think that the Xbox One controller is more comfortable than the PS4 controller, right?
Yeah, I actually believe like the ergonomics of the Xbox controller are a lot better in my hand.
Yeah. And I've always been more of like a PlayStation controller guy. That's just how I'm comfortable with them. So I guess it's kind of like that sort of thing. Like you know.
But let's I think we can all agree. The best controller ever. GameCube, especially for Smash Brothers.
Yeah, it was.
And I'm so glad the new Smash Brothers is coming with. You have the option to get a new GameCube controller for your Switch.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm definitely getting it.
The thing is, the package that comes with that is $100.
Oh, okay.
And I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting there. I won't get it. I mean, if you have old GameCube controllers, you could buy the adapter, which is $20. It'll do like USB 3 to the GameCube connector.
Yeah, but I never had a GameCube. I only played it at my friend's house.
Neither do I. I don't have a GameCube either. I never had one, and I don't have any GameCube controllers lying around. So I'm just sitting here, and I'm like, paying the extra $40 to get a controller and an adapter. I'll probably do it.
You could get a used one and then get the adapter, but then at that point it's not working because you can spend like
an extra $8.
Yeah, whatever it is, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. That'd be nice to have it though. I'd be delighted.
And I think it actually on the new ones it says Smash Ultimate, so it's like it's like made for that one, the new one.
There was a bunch of new Switch, like actually GameStop released this thing. I think it was trade in your Switch and get $200 towards a new Switch because they have new ones that came out. Like there's a Mario one, it's like the themed ones. Like I don't know if it's stickers they have on it or just scanned pictures or whatever it is. I think there might have been a
So
Zelda one too, but I think it was Mario and something
wait,
else.
on the Joy Cons or on the actual Switch itself?
The whole thing.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know if it
actually
was
pretty cool.
it was neat. So I forgot to mention that uh, in our list of stuff, but yeah, that I saw that the other day and it was really cool.
But hey, continuing talking about Switch, you brought up something in our group chat that none of us knew about.
Yeah,
Luigi's Mansion.
yeah, I was in GameStop and I heard that on the speakers in there.
Yeah, I was actually listening to the Nintendo Power podcast, and that's how cause you were speculating that it was a port from the 3DS one, that they're porting it not only to the 3DS, they're also going to port it to the new Switch.
Yeah, I was looking at a Zelda mug and I wasn't paying too much attention to it, and then I heard Luigi's Mansion, and my ears went straight to it, but I was kind of late to it, you know.
Yeah.
So I like Zelda. That's the point. But so yeah, so I heard it on it. I texted you guys, and then you looked it up and corrected me, and I was like, okay, here we go.
Yeah, because honestly, later that day, I was like, oh man, I wonder. Oh, I just dropped my phone. I'm like, oh man, I haven't listened to the Nintendo Power podcast, and I just listened to the new episode, and they're like, oh yeah, the new Luigi's Mansion for the Switch. It's a brand new Luigi's Mansion, Luigi's Mansion 3, brand new game coming to the Switch. And I'm like, oh, it's not just a port? Oh, that's awesome. And I immediately messaged you guys, and I'm like, it's not just a port, it's a brand new game. It's a third game.
I'm excited about it. That's one of my favorite Nintendo games. I was pissed about it. I was mad. I heard. Remember I was telling you about it? I was like, oh, they're gonna release a new Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah,
And then it turned out that it was for
during
the
the
3DS.
Nintendo Direct or the Nintendo Treehouse when they announced the new Smash Brothers. You and
Yeah,
I
we
were
like watching it separately. I think,
you and I
right?
were both upset about that. We were just looking at it and like, oh come on, why are they releasing Luigi's Mansion for 3DS? It's like, show some more support for the Switch. I mean, although Nintendo has been very supportive of the Switch,
They have.
it's
been,
like you're porting one of your all-time classic games, especially from a more recent generation, and you're gonna put it on a piece of hardware that's not that you're trying to replace, or
Yeah, it's
maybe
just-
not necessarily replace, but like you have something that's even more powerful than that, and you're not gonna put it on that, which is what you want to push sales towards.
I think it's just that I mean, they're making so many new games and new characters and everything for Switch, and I think they really want to push those, and then their biggest titles they want to bring back and continue to make games of, like, Zelda, Super Mario Brothers, Smash, Super Mario Party, those games, and
Yeah,
Luigi's Mansion isn't one of those top
but
contenders.
it is very much a game that people look on with fond memories because it was a good game from what I've heard. I also have
It was
never
amazing.
Yeah, I've never played Luigi's Mansion myself, because like I said, I never had a Nintendo GameCube or anything. And were the first two released on GameCube, or was it just the first one? Like the next one was released on Wii?
I don't remember. I played it on GameCube, I think, at my friend's house.
Yeah, I think Luigi's Mansion and Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon were both released on GameCube, and now, I mean, looking now, it's like, oh yeah, they put the new one on. They're putting a third game, a brand new game on the Switch. It's like, all right, I can see now why they're not porting over the original game to the Switch, because it's like they're developing a brand new game for it. But when we first heard it, we're like, why would you not do it?
Yeah, I would honestly just be happy with the original game as a port. I'd be very happy with that.
I mean, hopefully,
But
I almost guarantee they're. I mean, I'm not guaranteeing it. I'm not a representative of Nintendo or anything. It's like, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna end up porting the first two to the Switch and
they
just being
probably
like,
will eventually.
here's the first two for another like $60 if you want it.
Yep,
And like,
I would pay for it.
yeah, and like morons, we're all just gonna sit there and like, here's my money, just take it, just here you go.
I mean, I'm also happy with having a new game because I already played the old one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I only played one though. I didn't play. If there was two, I didn't play two.
Yeah, there was Luigi's Mansion and then Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon or something, which was like the second one.
I don't remember which one I played, but I've only played one, and I know that. So I mean, I'd be really happy with a port or a new game. It doesn't matter to me, but you can always figure out a way to go play the old ones. So it's kind of cool to have a new one.
Yeah. But yeah, Nintendo is just amazing at the fact that they can keep putting out their old games on new hardware and not have it transfer over and still have us just empty our wallets and just give it to them and be like, here you go.
In my opinion,
We'll pay for this 40-year-old game again.
I mean, yeah, I would. I would. I would.
People are still paying for the old on the Nintendo 3DS when they re-released the original Pokemon. They were selling it for like $10 each game and people were still buying it. It's like nothing's different. It's a port. They're just emulating the original Game Boy game for $10 and you're buying it to put it on your 3DS. People are still paying for it.
I mean, I would rather. I know I would, and I think a lot of people would as well. Rather have ports of the old Nintendo games that they used to play than like games that they played on the PlayStation, PS2, the old Xboxes, everything. Just because when you're a kid, Nintendo games really get you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
they
playing
sucker
those
you
right
in
before-
young.
Yeah. They pull you in. They drag you down their Nintendo pit.
And they just beat you. They're like, give us your money, nerd.
We raised you. We made you into this.
They're the elementary school bully at the playground that you never see, but you always see on TV.
Yeah.
Give me your lunch money.
Yeah.
But I just want to let everyone listening know that, did you know that Harper College has a space on campus designated for individual reflection, prayer, and a quiet place to think? The Quiet Reflection Room is located in Building A, Room A332. Check in with student involvement to have the room open for you. Once again, that room is Room A332, and check in with student involvement to have the room open for you for quiet reflection, prayer, and a quiet place to think. All right. Continuing on with some news, we have some sale dates for Steam for any PC users out there who are looking to get a bit more bang for your buck on PC gaming. I know I am, because despite the fact that I have like over 200, I think I have like 214, 215 games in my Steam library, and I play like a dozen of them, I'll still buy more and more games each sale, because it's like, why not? The Halloween sale is going on now from November 29th or October 29th to November 1st. The autumn sale is going on from November 21st to the 27th, and the winter sale is going on from December 20th to January 3rd, 2019. These dates are I have not been able to confirm them myself, but these are highly rumored and highly backed up, but I have no official statement from Steam or anything about these myself. However, these do seem pretty in line with what they usually do every year for their sales. So I know that the Halloween sale is currently going on because I just checked. But yeah, the Halloween sale is currently going on. The autumn sale is slated for November 21st to the 27th, and the winter sale from December 20th to January 3rd, 2019. So prepare to give all your money to Lord Gaben and just dump your social security card into Steam like we all do, because we're weak.
Yeah. Yep. Video games.
Yeah, video games, because that's what the sheesh is all about. But continuing with Steam, they have finally, which I had no idea that they didn't allow this. Steam will now be accepting Australian dollars in their marketplace. I had no idea that they weren't allowing that already.
Me neither.
I'm not from Australia. I don't have any friends from Australia. So, especially those who play video games. So, I guess people from Australia, they always had to convert their currency to to either American dollars or some other form of currency before finally being able to pay for their games. So I guess Steam finally is like, all right, we'll take Australian dollars now. So
Yep.
I had no idea that they weren't taking Australian dollars. I thought they were just like, I mean, they took Bitcoin for a while. I think they only recently stopped, like earlier this year, stopped taking Bitcoin because of like the fluctuating price.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if you're taking Bitcoin, why wouldn't you take an actual like federal currency, especially from Australia?
Yeah.
It's like,
I have
it's not
some
like
family
an
there, and they've
unknown
never said anything about
country.
it.
What was that?
I have some family and friends there, and they've never said a thing about it, and they play Counter Strike.
Yeah, I didn't know that they didn't accept Australian dollars. But
Well, sorry guys. Well, not anymore.
yeah, I mean, now they're just like, yay, now we don't have to convert our money. But Steam actually set a new record peak with 18.5 million concurrent users at once.
Nuts.
Holy moly. 18.5 million people on Steam at once.
It's a lot.
I don't. How many of us don't have lives that that's what we're doing?
Well, I mean, I'm in that. That's me. So
Yes,
continue.
I'm part of that too. We have nothing better to do than go on Steam. 18.5 million of us at once. And yet it still takes me 10 minutes to find a Counter-Strike match with Prime members. It's we still always have to me and Mogo still always have to like trash talk the game until it finally is like, oh no, they're planning on leaving, and it gives us a match. But yeah, so they set a new record peak at 18.5 million concurrent users at once. Congratulations to Steam, man. I mean, they're just a powertrain that just keeps on rolling. And
That's like countries and countries playing at the same time. I mean, it
exactly.
is, but I mean, that's like what? It's like India and the U.S.
I
all
don't
playing.
Is it? I don't I think the population of the US is around 40 million.
Never mind.
Yeah, and I think India's above that.
No, actually, no. I think it's like 300 million. Bad
E-
examples. It's more
Either way,
like
we have
Netherlands. We'll go
7.8
with
billion.
Netherlands.
Yeah, it's the size of a small country
Let me look it up.
all on one software at the same time. So
Syria.
yeah,
Okay. Syria has 18 million. All of
Syria
Syria playing.
more than all of Syria.
Yeah. It's Kazakhstan.
Oh, it's Kazakhstan.
18,400,000.
Jesus Christ, Borat is playing. Borat's just on every single computer in the country at once.
Rush B.
Very nice.
Very nice. I'm Rush B.
Oh god, that has to be a video somewhere, right? Just Borat playing Counter Strike.
No, but I want it to be. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it is. I don't know.
It has to be a video somewhere.
Next topic.
All right, next topic. Great transition. Dreamcast games could be coming to the Nintendo Switch. I know there are a lot of people out there who figure that the Dreamcast is and will always be one of the greatest game consoles of all time. I'm one of them right here. I grew up with the Nintendo the Sega Dreamcast.
Ooh.
Shut up, shut up. I grew up playing the Sega Dreamcast so much that I actually skipped an entire console generation, playing just on the Sega Dreamcast, playing Crazy Taxi, Sonic Adventure 2. But Sega's Naoki Auri says that the Nintendo Switch is very close to being able to emulate Dreamcast games. He even commented saying that Sega's staff still has many of the original source code for many of their games. However, they are currently just looking to emulate instead of remastering or repurposing the source code to work on Nintendo Switch hardware. So, still, I know I bought Sonic Adventure 2 more times than I could count. I have it on PC, I have it on my Xbox, I have it on the Dreamcast, and I'm pretty sure I have a GameCube copy somewhere, despite the fact that I don't have a GameCube.
You just like nostalgia, so you just bought it.
Pretty much, that's all. I'm guaranteed that's entirely what I was thinking when I bought it,
I mean, that's like pretty much your favorite game of all time, so it makes sense.
because it is one of the greatest games of all time.
I mean,
It's
that's
it's a
true.
fantastic game. That Chow Garden, I just sunk so many hours into that. But
Are there any specific games that they've said might be coming out, or just the
they
fact that they're
didn't
gonna?
say any specific games. He just stated Dreamcast games in general. So
All right, well,
especially,
that's probably gonna be one of them.
oh, I guarantee that's gonna be one of them. Sonic Adventure 2. It's one of their best-selling games. And
It's their best,
earlier today,
in my opinion.
I saw this on the Sonic the Hedgehog official YouTube channel. They uploaded a 10-hour version of the song Pumpkin Hill from Sonic Adventure 2. The Sonic the Sonic the Hedgehog official YouTube channel put this up. It's literally the song on repeat for 10 hours. And I kept skipping forward to make sure, like, there has to be something here. It has to be a troll. Like, it can't possibly be the same. It's literally the same song for 10 hours on repeat. It's just one screenshot. It's the opening screenshot when you first land in the level as Knuckles and he's just sitting there and you see like pumpkins in the background. It's just ridiculous. And it's 10 hours and they're like, we just wanted to do it.
Have they remastered that game?
No, they did it for they remastered it and they changed some stuff for the GameCube version, and that's the version that's on the Xbox 360 or the Xbox One. That's like the version that you can buy now, other than the official, like the original Dreamcast version.
Okay.
So like they changed some things. They made it into a 16 by 9 aspect ratio, made it run at 1080p.
Okay, got it. That'd
But
be a really cool game
but
to
they
have them
haven't done like a
completely.
full, yeah, they haven't rebuilt it from the ground up. They haven't done a full remake.
That'd be awesome.
I would definitely pay for that.
I would
So
bet to be on next gen. That'd be so cool. Or
so
current gen.
so Sega, if you're listening, I'll buy Sonic Adventure 2 again if you just remaster it, and like you can do a very terrible job. I'll still pay for it.
Make it. You already got one. So he'll probably buy like 5 copies just because.
I bought Sonic Mania twice. No,
There you
I
go.
bought Sonic Mania 1, 2. I bought Sonic Mania 4 times.
You bought it for me, didn't you?
No, you ended up buying Sonic Mania for yourself, I think, and then I bought you another game.
I don't know. You gifted me a Sonic game. I don't remember which one it was.
Oh, that was Sonic, the original Sonic the Hedgehog for on Steam.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, because they delayed the PC release of Sonic Mania, and they're just like, for all you PC users who pre-ordered the game, here's a free copy of the original Sonic the Hedgehog. And I'm like, I already have this. I'll send it to Dylan. You're welcome, buddy.
Thanks.
All right. Continuing on, but before that, are you a Harper student looking for a job? Well, look no further. Every week from 8:30 till 4 p.m., the Job Placement Resource Center in room W207. Job placement professionals will help you with resumes and job searches. Stop in for all your employment needs. That is the Job Placement Resource Center in room W207 from 8:30 till 4 p.m. Some good news for PlayStation users like you, Dylan. PlayStation Network is finally allowing users to change their usernames with the new update, which is currently in beta. However, this is leading to quite a few problems. Changing your username could lead to games not working properly, loss of save data, loss of paid DLC, in-game progress, and trophies all being lost. So these are warnings that come with the beta for the new software update. I didn't think that anything is relatively simple in terms of the very little of coding or networking that I know of. Something as simple as changing a username would lead to this many problems. But it's good to know that luckily this is still in a beta, and hopefully they try to fix it before anything happens. So you haven't tried any of the new beta for the new update, have you?
Nope, no, I haven't.
Yeah, I think they're sending out to very limited people for the moment, but
Good job, Sony.
yeah,
You
good.
try something that Microsoft's been doing for years and you mess it up.
Yeah, but luckily it's still in beta. It looks like they still have a few kinks to work out to try to fix that.
Yep.
But speaking of Xbox, Xbox Game Pass is coming to Windows PC. Hopefully sooner rather than later. They're trying to reflect the success that they've had with the Xbox Play Anywhere program that they have, which will allow Xbox users or Microsoft users to play a game that they've digitally purchased on the Microsoft Store to play on their PC or any other Windows device that they have. Uh, I know that Rise of the Tomb Raider has been part of that. Cuphead, Sea of Thieves. So it's mostly like first party titles that they've been using, and they're trying to expand that. But they're also trying to bring Xbox Game Pass, which is a $10 a month subscription plan with all these games that you can download. As long as they're part of the service, you can download them and play them for as long as you want for a $10 a month fee. It's sort of like a subscription service, but they're trying to bring that to PC, and they've seen some massive success with that.
And on that, actually, I just read this thing, this article, um, that Google may offer a subscription service for Android apps. So I don't know if it's gonna be for apps or games, but for like a undisclosed, like a not set price yet, monthly fee instead of paying for certain games or apps or whatever, however much it may be, you can pay a certain amount and get like access to a lot of apps.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So does it come with like free Pokeballs for like Pokemon Go or any of that?
No, nothing said. It just said it may.
Oh, so like paid app. So like
It just
paid
said it may
apps.
be a
It's just
thing.
like a subscription service.
Yeah. So instead of paying
Oh, that
whatever, let's say it's like $5 for a game or an app, which is a lot for an
yeah.
app. Um, let's say it's a couple bucks a month or whatever, and you can have a
all these
lot of apps
all
that
these
play.
apps that they allow.
Yeah, and then you could probably just cancel your subscription, and then you don't have access to them. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, cool.
All right. But continuing with Xbox, Xbox has actually announced that their hardware revenue is up 95%. Uh, so I don't remember an actual like timeline for what they're comparing this to. Maybe I believe it's just from the past year in terms of what they had from 2017 to 2018. And I have a feeling that a lot of that is due to the Xbox One X.
The price of it, yeah,
Yeah, not only the price, but the fact that like
it's
it's the
popular.
most powerful console, the most powerful home console, and the fact that they've kind of re-energized themselves with that, bringing the punch back and kind of knocking Sony and saying that they're not out of this yet. So glad to see Microsoft still coming out swinging, still not giving up, and hopefully this hardware arms race continues because I want I want 4K everywhere.
Yeah, I want to play Red Dead on the Xbox One X. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I kind of want to just get an Xbox One X just to play it on 4K, but I don't have a 4K TV. But I'm gonna get one. I plan on getting one for Black Friday.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of good deals. There's a really good cheap TCL, TCL one right now that's supposed to be really good for the price already. It's like, I don't know, like 350 to $600, and you
Yeah,
can
I
probably get
found
it for a
one for
really good
600
price.
bucks. It's 4K UHD HDR, and it's a smart TV without a microphone. So it's like
Hmm.
it just connects to the Wi-Fi and you control it via the remote. So it's like that's perfect, and it's like 600 bucks. I'm like, I might take that. I might buy that.
That and an Xbox One X, 1,100
Yeah.
bucks. That's a pretty good setup.
Yeah, that gaming setup of the year. But the
Yep.
thing is, if I get the Xbox One X, I'm definitely gonna put it into here on my gaming setup, and plug it into a PC monitor.
Yeah, it'll look good on that.
Yeah. But continuing, Halo, finally, after years and years of wanting and people signing on to try to get this done, a live action Halo series, TV series, is set for Showtime, is set to begin primary filming of June 2019. Showtime has ordered 10 episodes of the Halo series, which will follow a completely brand new cast of characters telling its own original story. Of course, Master Chief will also be there, according to official representatives, saying that Master Chief will be there, but it will be its own original story. But they have announced countless amounts of series, movies. Steven Spielberg, even at one time, I think it was during the launch of the Xbox One, he announced that he was going to be producing a TV series based on Halo, but that never came to fruition. Like, that never ended up happening. It lost traction. He ended up backing off the project. But finally, some traction is being made to get Halo onto the screens in a way other than video games, and I'm kind of excited. And I think I have Showtime, so I might be able to watch it.
Sweet.
Yeah, so it's been, I think, nearly a decade since the first attempt. I think they've been wanting to do this since Halo 3, but finally we're getting somewhere with it.
I'll watch it. That's cool.
Yeah, hopefully it actually continues and premieres to decently well ratings, cuz the Halo universe is just massive, and there's plenty of untapped sources and stories everywhere.
If it doesn't work out, guess I'm going back to Reverse Blue.
Shout out to Red vs. Blue. All right, but that does it for this week's episode of the Sheesh. Remember, you are listening to 88.3 FM WHCM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of the Harper College Board of Trustees. I'd like to thank Dylan over here for being my guest this week. Any final words you want to say to the audience, Dylan?
No, right. Go play Red Dead. Go play Red Dead.
Yeah, do what we all think we should be doing, and just go home and play Red Dead until like your fingers and eyes bleed.
My hands were stuck in the controller position after before we started recording this.
I was kind of doing the same thing. I was just sitting there and I'm like, oh, I have to record. I like grabbed the controller and I'm like, oh wait, we have to make the show.
Yep. But that's it. Thank you guys.
All right, see you guys next week.